You've fantasized about it since you were 6, crushing cars with your bare hands, lifting buildings, being the strongest person alive. But here's what nobody tells you about super strength. The first time you shake someone's hand, you'd pulverize every bone from their wrist to their fingertips into a powder so fine it could season a salad. Your childhood dream would turn you into an accidental serial killer who can't open a door without ripping off its hinges, can't hug your mom without cracking her ribs, and can't even sit down without launching yourself through whatever chair had the misfortune of existing beneath you. The fantasy shattered. The fantasy shattered the moment you tried to live like a normal person. You thought you'd be a hero, right? Saving people, stopping trains, all that comic book nonsense. Instead, you're banned from every grocery store in a 50-mile radius because you keep pulverizing produce. Apples explode in your grip like water balloons. Bread becomes instant crumbs. That's assuming you even make it to the store without destroying your car, because yes, you will absolutely rip the steering wheel clean off the first time while making a left turn. Let's talk about sleep. You roll over at night and cave in your mattress. No dent. Completely demolish the frame beneath you. Springs shoot across the room like tiny javelins. Your partner, if you're somehow still in a relationship, sleeps in a separate reinforced room because you once stretched in your sleep and sent them through the drywall. That's your romantic life, reduced to shouting good night through a steel door and eating. Forget silverware. Every fork bends into abstract art. Every knife snaps at the handle. You're eating soup with your hands like some kind of feel-okay person, except even the bowl cracks under the pressure of you trying to lift it gently. Restaurants won't serve you anymore, not after the incident when you tried cutting steak and embedded the knife 3 inches into their table. The worst realization hits when you understand there's no learning curve here. You don't get better at control. Your nervous system wasn't upgraded along with your muscles. Every movement is a catastrophe waiting to happen forever. You're not a superhero. You're a walking demolition crew with no off switch and a growing list of property damage lawsuits. And here's the worst part. None of this is even the real problem yet. When physics fights back, it doesn't care about your protagonist energy. Newton's third law becomes your personal nightmare. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and your body is the reaction zone. You punch a wall with superhuman force. The wall crumbles, sure, but that same force rebounds straight into your unupgraded human wrist bones. They shatter like porcelain teacups. Your radius and ulna become jigsaw puzzles held together by increasingly horrified surgeons. Try to stop a moving car to save someone. Heroic, right? Wrong. The car's momentum doesn't magically disappear. It transforms directly through your palms, into your body, up your arms, and into your shoulder joints. Both shoulders dislocate simultaneously. That's your rotator cuffs tearing like wet tissue paper while you scream in agony, and the car keeps moving anyway because you also got knocked backward. The person you tried to save still gets hit. You're just injured now too, and ground reaction forces will absolutely destroy you. You jump superhuman heights. Congratulations. You're coming down with that same superhuman force. Your ankles explode on landing. Your knees buckle in directions knees were never meant to bend. Your spine compresses like an accordion. Each vertebra cracks under impact forces your skeletal system cannot possibly absorb. The human body is an incredibly balanced machine. Muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones working on precise ratios. You've upgraded exactly one component. It's like installing a rocket engine in a bicycle. The bicycle doesn't become a rocket, the bicycle disintegrates. Every heroic act becomes a trip to the emergency room. Every feat of strength leaves you more broken than before. Your superpower isn't strength, it's accelerated self-destruction with extra steps and medical bills you cannot possibly afford. Your body becomes your enemy. Your body becomes your enemy the moment your cardiovascular system realizes what's happening. Your heart was designed to pump blood through a normal human. Now, your massively overpowered muscles demand oxygen like industrial machinery. Your heart rate skyrockets trying to keep up. Cardiac arrest becomes a constant threat. That's your heart literally giving up mid-flex because it cannot sustain the demand. Your tendons start detaching from bones. They weren't engineered for these loads. Each muscle contraction pulls harder than your connective tissue can handle. Tendons snap like old rubber bands. Ligaments tear away from their anchor points. You hear wet popping sounds every time you move. That's your own body disassembling itself from the inside. And the metabolic requirements? Your super muscles burn calories at catastrophic rates. You'd need to consume roughly 20,000 calories daily just to maintain basic function. That's eating constantly, every waking moment, or your body starts cannibalizing itself. Your muscles literally digest your organs for fuel. Evolution spent millions of years perfecting human biomechanics. You've broken the entire system. Your body isn't enhanced, it's actively destroying itself and you're trapped inside watching it happen. If you're still here and slightly uncomfortable, that's kind of the point. Subscribe if you want more. The social apocalypse. The social apocalypse begins when everyone you know starts treating you like a live grenade. Your friends stop inviting you anywhere, not out of malice, out of legitimate survival instinct. You've accidentally hospitalized 3 people this month just trying to give normal hugs. Your insurance company dropped you after the second claim. No insurer on earth will touch you now. Dating becomes cosmically impossible. You can't hold hands without crushing metacarpals. Kissing risks broken jaws. Intimacy of any kind is off the table unless you want manslaughter charges. Your romantic life died the day you got super strength, and it's staying dead. Children run away from you. Parents pull their kids away when you walk past. You've become the neighborhood monster, except you didn't choose this. You're just trying to exist. But that doesn't matter, and little Tommy saw you accidentally rip a park bench out of the ground trying to sit down. Your family keeps their distance too. Thanksgiving dinner happens without you because last year you shattered Grandma's fine china just picking up a plate. Your mom calls you sometimes, voice tight with fear, asking if you're okay from a safe distance of several hundred miles. And the lawsuits, oh the lawsuits. You're being sued by everyone you've ever accidentally touched. The grocery store, your former employer, your former landlord after you destroyed the apartment, your former dentist after you bit through their steel tools during a routine cleaning. The legal fees alone have bankrupted you twice. You're not a person anymore. You're a liability with a pulse. You're a walking disaster that society's collectively decided to quarantine. Your superpower didn't give you strength, it gave you permanent, inescapable isolation. You're alone because everyone else is too terrified to get close, and honestly, they are right to be. Because when society can't control you, the government will. Living as a weapon. Living as a weapon means the government owns you now, whether you signed up or not. They classified you as a strategic asset less than 48 hours after your first public incident. You've got ankle monitors, tracking implants, and a dedicated surveillance team watching your every move. Privacy died when you accidentally punched through the concrete wall. The military wants you for combat operations. Defense contractors want you for testing. Intelligence agencies want you for covert missions. You don't get a choice in any of this because you're legally considered as a walking WMD. That's weapon of mass destruction status for accidentally breaking stuff. They've assigned handlers who follow you everywhere. Bathroom, handler outside the door. Sleeping, handler watching through cameras. You're not a person with rights anymore. You're government property with a pulse and a terrifying liability assessment. And if you refuse to cooperate, they've got contingency plans, specialized containment facilities, sedatives strong enough to drop an elephant, kill teams on standby if you ever actually lose control. You're one bad day away from being either weaponized or neutralized, and honestly, you're not sure which fate is worse. Your superpower turned you into property and the paperwork's already filed. The impossible life is waking up every single morning knowing today will be a disaster. You just don't know which kind yet. You've developed elaborate rituals to minimize destruction, breathing exercises before touching anything, mental checklists before every movement. You live in constant hyper-vigilance that would make anxiety disorders look relaxing by comparison. Your custom-built reinforced apartment costs more than a luxury penthouse. Steel door frames, titanium fixtures, furniture welded to concrete floors. Your toilet is industrial-grade stainless steel because you've destroyed 17 regular ones. Your bed is essentially a metal platform with padding because mattresses last approximately 3 nights before becoming expensive garbage. The psychological toll is what really breaks you. You can't relax. Ever. Relaxation means accidents. You fell asleep once and woke up with your hand embedded in the wall. You sneezed and shattered your own nose from the force. You yawned and dislocated your jaw. Basic human functions have become dangerous. You're constantly exhausted from the mental effort of restraint. Every single action requires conscious calculation. Pick up phone, 0.001% strength. Open door, 0.002%. Breathe near another person, don't. Just don't. The cognitive load is crushing. Your brain wasn't designed for this perpetual state of hypercontrol. And the worst part, there's no cure, no off switch, no going back. This is your life now, forever. Every day, a minefield of potential catastrophe. Every interaction, a risk assessment. Every moment, a battle against your own body. So, yeah, super strength, the power fantasy that every kid dreams about. Turns out it's actually a waking nightmare dressed up in spandex, and you're trapped in it until something finally breaks that can't be fixed. Probably you. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.